side. Chucking to up to the other side. It's all I just know we down the ride. No new faces, no strangers vanish. I remember we were down, we never panicked.
Morning, y'all. Today, we're going to be talking about making connections. You remember I told you at the beginning of the year, I'm going to spend a lot of my time this year just networking with people and connecting with people. Been doing a lot of that, getting to different networking events. And, just trying to socialize and learn about other people and see what they do as well. So we're going to talk about that, talk about the different ways to get business, connect with people, the best way to talk to people at networking events, and what to do after. I feel like I've put myself out there to not talk about it. So I want to talk about it because a lot of people will feel fear networking, and it's really easy, and it can get you a lot of places. But for right now, I got this sandwich. It's a lamb sandwich. It's pretty good. So I'm going to finish this up and then work for a couple hours. And then we're going to talk about networking and why you need to network to grow your business no matter what. All right, yo, I'm on a little break right now, so I just want to take the time real quick and just talk about this. So like I said, we're going to be talking about the importance of networking, especially why it's so important for yourself to professionally develop yourself and also professionally develop your business. As you might now know, my name is Mejarijaje. I'm a print entrepreneur based out of Philadelphia. So we do everything from promotion items, custom apparel, but basically anything a business needs to brand themselves. If you're not networking for your business, then you're doing something wrong. You need to be out there as much as you can, getting in touch with new people, shaking new hands, and having meetings with new people as well. I know networking is tough and it's scary to put yourself in that position of meeting new people and just being in a new space. But it's the best way for you to grow yourself individually as a networker, as a person, and also just increase your communication skills and learn how to better communicate and talk to people. It's crucial for you as an entrepreneur to be able to be in spaces that you might not be able to be in and connect with people that you might not be able to connect with. And I have personal success stories with networking and meeting people out that I would never have been able to connect with if I wasn't at that space or at that event. Larger companies, especially, that you can't just email or call up and say, hey, I want to do business with you. One of the best ways that you're able to do so is just going to an event that they're hosting or going to an event where you think somebody that you're looking to meet might be at or a company might be at. That's one of the best ways to gain new business and be in that position to attract new opportunities. And there's lots of different ways to go about networking as well. You can join a Chamber of Commerce. You can join a BNI. You can join one of your Rotary clubs in your cities. And from you going to all those different events, you're able to get connected to other different people that are able to put you in different spaces as well and add you into their marketing list. So you have opportunities to see all the different events going on around your city and the different ways that you can go around and meet people. And you can also join online communities as well. If you feel that, if you're passionate about something, if you're passionate about marketing, if you're passionate about finance, there's always an online community for you of people that you can join, that you can have a conversation and talk to and grow that space with you. Right now, I'm part of a print online community where people just talk about the different issues that they're having around their print shops, talk about the different equipment and the different upgrades they're going to be doing for their print shops. So it's just nice to be in that space and also just connect with different individuals in your professional space as well. And of course, social media. With social media being so huge nowadays, that's one of the easiest ways to connect with people and reach out to different people for networking opportunities. One thing that I'm doing right now is that I'm going on my LinkedIn, I'm going on my social medias, I'm going to my Instagram and literally just messaging people like, hey, you want to meet for coffee, so we can briefly learn about each other, learn about what you do and what I do and how we could potentially help each other out. That's one of the best ways, and I'm starting to see a lot of results from that. People responding back and saying, "Hey, yeah, I do want to have a conversation and see what this is all about." And like with those different type of ways of networking, it gives you the opportunity for you to learn about your style of networking, as well as what works for you and what doesn't work for you, and the types of spaces that you want to be in as well. But also learning the diversity of those different networking events might be crucial for you as well, because you're able to recognize these are the type of businesses that are going to be at this event if I attend here. So you do a better job of not going to every single event, and us just niching down to the types of event that you're going to be going to on a weekly or monthly basis as well. Right now, I told myself like early when the year started that I was going to be going to 2 networking events a week, and it's evolved. It's evolved to way more than that. I'm not just doing 2 networking events a week, because I'm seeing the value of going out networking and meeting new people, and what it's doing for my business and what it's doing in terms of me trying to connect to more opportunities as well. So like I said, I know networking is pretty tough, and it's really hard for you to get into a new space if you don't know people, because like, to be honest, a lot of these networking events, when you do go to them, you have people that have been going there for years and years, so they tend to know each other anymore. They tend to know each other already. So it's you that has to go in there and do the introduction of yourself, and get to know them, and it's tough. I get that. It's tough to go into a crowd and feel like you're not receptive, and feel like they're not receptive of you being there. But that's not necessarily the case. You might think that's the case, but it's not. People are just trying to catch up with some of their old friends or some of the people that I haven't seen in a while, and it's just you. Just a matter of you just going up to them. I feel like a lot of people don't realize. A lot of people forget that they're there to network. Like, everybody's literally there to meet each other. So you going up to somebody and say like, "Hey, I just I saw you all talking. I want to join the conversation." That's not weird at all. And probably one of the best ways to you start a conversation with people is just walk into, if you see somebody, I can go play by play. So what I typically do is, if I go to a new networking event, I just went to one the other day. I walked in there and I didn't know anybody there, so I saw a group of people. I just walked in. Chances are that in that group of people, everybody's not gonna be talking to each other. So I just walked into that group of people and look for the person that was not talking to anybody, and just introduced myself and said, "Hey, how you doing? My name is mejarijaje. What do you do?" And there's different questions that you can ask them. Obviously you can ask them, what do you do for work, or what brings you out to this event? What is this the first time? Is this the first time at this event? What are you looking to get out of it? What type of people do you like to meet? Just different conversation starters, things that are not too open, things that are not close-ended questions, but more open-ended questions, which gives them the chance to, have a conversation with you and respond back and carry on the conversation as well. And that's the biggest thing, that you just want to make sure that you're actively listening to the person. You're not zoning out or looking at other people's name tags to see if you're possibly going to meet the next Comcast or the next big company. You want to be actively sitting there and having a conversation with the person, so that they know that you're listening, and that way you have something to follow up with them as well when the conversation is done and you guys exchange business cards or contact informations. You're able to talk to them you're able to follow up with them the next morning, like, "Hey, so and so, we met yesterday and this is what we talked about, and I'd love to continue the conversation. Are we able to meet for a meeting?" And that's it. Literally, that's it. You just, and then that's the biggest thing, is making sure you follow up with people, because you don't want to collect people's information. You don't want to spend $15, $20 going to this networking event, and there's no way for you to follow up with the person that you just met. And the thing is that it's all about quality. It's not quantity. You can go around just meeting a bunch of people, but after you meet a bunch of people and you don't have meaningful conversations with them, like I said, what are you gonna, follow up with them about? So it's all about having those quality conversations, to make sure that people understand what you do and you understand what they do, and how you guys can possibly help each other if possible, and if so, see if you can connect with them after the networking event is done. And outside of obviously just the opportunities, it just gives you the chance to enrich your network as well. You just get access to so many people and so many different career opportunities that I recently had somebody from 4 years ago reach out to me and say, "Hey, we met a couple years ago. I just started my new business. I want to connect with you because I know you're in this industry, and see if you could talk to me a little bit different ways for us to, market the business." And I was more than happy to. I was more than happy to have a conversation with him because I just don't know where that's gonna go, and I'm just not gonna turn down that invite to have a conversation with somebody. So it's just different ways of recognizing that eventually, even though you meet somebody years ago and you don't get business from them, later on, don't be surprised if they reach out to you and say, "Hey, I want to do work with you because it's been." I've seen you've been active. I see you around posting. I see that you've been keeping up with me, things like that. Yeah. So networking is not as, I would say, tough as it is. Obviously, you need to have more of an extroverted personality, but I think a lot of times people need to just get out of their heads and just go to their first events and have that first conversation and know that, hey, it's all about repetition. You become a better networker the more that you do it. It's like second nature. So let me know. I've given you all some tips I feel like about networking, if that makes sense. I hope it does. Feel free to drop a comment below and let me know if that if any of this helped you out. What else you'd like to know about networking, connecting with people, and trying to grow your business through connections and one-on-one referrals. I'll be more than happy to talk to you all about that. And of course, tell me a way that you all have gone about networking and meeting new people. What works best for you, and what is some advice that you might give other people or other younger entrepreneurs that are trying to grow their business to do in terms of networking and promoting their business. And I want you to share your networking experiences in the comments if possible, and talk about how they've helped you develop and grow your business as well. So I appreciate you all coming back to check out my channel. This is just like a little bit motivational talks. I used to do this a while ago, but I think I changed up my content styles. But I might, I thought about this and I was like, yeah, I think some people need networking advice. People might think it's something deeper than what it is, and yeah, it's nice to give that little advice. So yeah, talk to y'all later. Appreciate you and hope you like and subscribe if you enjoy the content.
Super